Thanks for streaming live inside the WCNC Charlotte app. It's 8:30. I'm Lisa Washington.
And I'm Ben Thompson. Just as early voting gets underway in South Carolina, the push to change the state's congressional districts has failed. The circled section you see on the maps would have changed, likely giving Republicans an extra seat in Congress.
But senators backed down, saying that last-minute move would create a logistical nightmare with votes already coming in. WCNC Charlotte's Destiny Richards is live this morning. She's in Fort Mill. And Destiny, this is really a sigh of relief for both the candidates and for election officials.
That's right, Lisa. Here in Fort Mill and across York County, the polls just opened for early voting today. And I spoke with election workers who say they are breathing a sigh of relief that this congressional map change did not go through because of the impact it would have to the voting process. And that's what state lawmakers are saying as well. Ballots are already being cast and they would essentially need to be thrown out, not to mention having another election down the road with the redrawn districts would pose some confusion for voters. Now, here's what that change would have looked like. This redistricting plan was backed by President Donald Trump, and it would have changed several congressional districts across South Carolina. The map passed the state house last week and would have triggered a special primary election in August under new district lines. But in the state Senate, supporters of the plan failed to get enough votes to move it forward. The cloture vote failed 20-24, 2 votes short of what was needed. Congressman Jim Clyburn, whose district would have been redrawn, says the vote reflected the will of South Carolinians.
Heard in all the discussions, why were we doing this? The Constitution didn't dictate it. Nobody in South Carolina asked for it. I think that South Carolina should be what South Carolinians would like for it to be.
And some Republicans crossed party lines in this vote, saying they could not support the redistricting plan after early voting had already started. Now, early voting for the June primary continues into next week, 8:30 to 5:30, or when the polls will be open here in York County. And it's unknown right now if lawmakers will push new congressional maps, try again in this process to push new congressional maps to move forward. Live in York County, I'm Destiny Richards, WCNC Charlotte.
All right, Destiny, thanks.